Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is another edition of MMA Draft. I am Frank Trigg in Don Best Studios here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Also in Las Vegas, Nevada, at her home is Jordan McDonald. Jordan, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking.
Sorry I came out a little bit late today. Had some technical issues earlier that I screwed up. I never, ever make a mistake, ever. Just ask all of my ex-wives, they'll tell you. This is totally my fault, so I apologize for being late. I hate not being on time, especially for you, because you are now becoming one of the bigger names in the game of mixed martial arts for the women. Now, you're dating Jake Ellenberger, which is obviously a huge name. I've had to get two guys prepared to fight him, both Jay Haran and Martin Kampman in my camp. Difficult task to put together. What's it like being in a relationship with both of you, not only are athletes, but both of you are athletes in the exact same sport?
I think it's beneficial. I get a lot from the relationship in that, he's already at a higher level, so I can see how he trains, how he eats, how he, mentally prepares, and learn from him. And then, they say the couple that plays together stays together. It gives us, something to talk about. If you train MMA and you're serious about it, it takes up your whole life. So it gives us that common thread. I think a lot of MMA fighters that have a relationship with someone that's not in the sport, that's a common problem, is that, they spend so much time in the gym or they can't really relate to one another. So it's a positive thing, and it's definitely helped me out a lot.
Now, you were born and raised in South Carolina, and you made the move to Vegas to train for fighting. To specifically work on your MMA career. Now that you're in Vegas, is it a little? I mean, obviously it's different than South Carolina, but are you a little bit more settled in and kind of feel more comfortable here and found a way to train? And with that being said, do you find it difficult finding male training partners to work out with? There's not that many females here in town to train.
Yeah, it took me longer than I expected to get settled in. About a year in, I felt like I was part of a team. I, felt comfortable. I was close enough to people. We had, kind of a rhythm set out, a good training regime. And while there's world-class training here, top-level coaches, there isn't that many females that train here. Vegas is also a very transient town, so not a lot of people. There's a lot of people here that come here for certain periods of time, but not for the long haul. So that's an issue, but that's an issue with any female fighter, and it's an issue any female fighter is very well accustomed to. So you learn how to train with the guys, and there's smaller weight guys that I train with, and that helps. And you become pretty good at learning how to translate what you learned, maybe practicing with a bigger person. You learn how to translate that to a smaller opponent once you fight. You make do. It definitely helps to have someone more your size. It helps to have females because we move a little differently. But we've all been making do up to this point, so we can continue to do so. And thankfully, women are joining the sport, exponentially. So the problem's it's alleviating a lot. So it's not so bad.
You have an amateur record of 5-3, which is 8 fights total right now. I believe your next fight's gonna be February or March. It's gonna be a pro debut. Is that correct?
That's what we're shooting for, yeah.
Okay, well, you're way ahead of the curve then. For a lot of these women now jumping into the sport, you're far advanced. You've been doing this for years compared to what they're doing. So when they jump in, unless it's like a Ronda Rousey that's spent a lot of time doing judo, or a Sarah McMahon that's doing a lot of time doing wrestling, they're gonna be really, really far behind the curve. If somebody else is new, jumping into the sport, wanting to train with you, what are you going to tell them? What they need to work on, their focus needs to be on right at the very beginning. The number one thing that you would tell a new lady coming into the sport, what she needs to concentrate
on? I think perseverance is a big trait you need to have. There's a lot of roadblocks. There's a lot of extra roadblocks. MMA is one of the toughest sports in the world for male or female. And being a female, you run into some extra hurdles. You can get kind of disenchanted when, you show up to train and no one but the heavyweight showed up, and you just have to learn how to make the best and not feel sorry for yourself. I have days when I come into the gym and, it's Forrest Griffin and Rob Drysdale and James McQueen and me, you know, it's like clearly, you know, I'm not going to get in any drilling today, so I'll go hit the bag, or I'll go work on this. Well, you know, there's always something you can do, and you just have to not let those extra setbacks stop you. And then I also tell them, you know, for all the extra hard work you have to put in, I think you get extra gratification at the end. So it's worth it. You just got to stick to it and, you know, work around those roadblocks that will inevitably come up.
Did the signing of Ronda Rousey to the UFC make you excited to realize that now the UFC is even going to jump on board with the women's division? Or you kind of like, I got to kind of see where I fit in this space or not? Did it?
For me personally, I think it's my guess that it's going to be a long time before my weight class gets included. But just for the mere exposure and the credibility that lends to women's MMA, it's huge. So, you know, I kind of came to terms with the fact that I wasn't going to be fighting in the UFC a long time ago. And a lot of female fighters that I run into, while yes, that'd be great, we're okay with fighting anywhere as long as we have a place to fight. And, you know, Ronda Rousey, I'm stoked for. I think that's awesome. I think it's an amazing step forward for women's MMA. You know, me personally, maybe not so much, other than it's going to give my sport more exposure.
Well, you know, Invicta Fights has got a great spot for women right now with Shannon Knapp. She's doing a great job down there. There's a lot of other, you know, I'm old school, so I remember Jeff Osborne throwing the all-female cards way back in the late 90s, early 2000s that were amazing, showing females could put this together, could fight hard and heavy. But you're an amateur. You're still an amateur. You haven't had your first pro fight yet, and even back then, the problem always was the pay for the women. There was always less than the men's. But for you as an amateur, you're not making any money at all. You're doing this for the love of the sport still. You haven't made that first paycheck yet. So how do you survive in between fights? How are you making your bills right now? What's your job?
Well, when I lived back in South Carolina, I had a full-time job that actually paid pretty well. But it was stressful because obviously there was a big time crunch. Since I moved out here, I don't have full-time employment, but I'm signed with the Platinum Agency, which is a modeling agency that does a lot of promotional work. So the thing I do the most and I enjoy the most is I'm a golf caddy. And it's easy, you get to be outside, you know, it's fun, and, you know, you get a set rate and then you get tips, and people out in Vegas, they usually fit pretty well. And so for the amount of hours that I'm putting in, I'm making good money, and I'm able to, you know, do what I love more. You know, I certainly took a bit of an oath to poverty when I left my full-time job, but, you know, only the top maybe 5% of fighters, male or female, make good money, you know, so no one's really in this for the money, I don't think. But yeah, I'm able to supplement my income relatively well doing that, and still have a lot of time to train, so that's good.
Well, beautiful, Jordan. I appreciate you coming on here. Sorry we're a little bit late getting this interview done. I really appreciate you coming on here with MMADraft.com. And good luck in your fight. Hopefully it's in February, because I want to see you fight sooner than later. But if it's in March, I'll still be watching. It doesn't make a difference.
Awesome. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
You got it. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye.